Welcome back, everyone. Today we got a fun one. Got this snazzy redhead here, and it's supposed to be sporting a 51.4 millimeter factory big bore. Says 2166 on the recoil, 2172 on the air filter cover, and like I said, it's supposed to be a 51.4. So let's tear into this one and see what it's all about, because according to the baseline runs, it's a little bit better than stock. It does have the muffler mod in the front, so that's part of it, but it's got a pretty good thump pulling it over. So we'll pull it apart real quick and see exactly what we're working with. Low top setup. See some blue paint so far. Let's see, Walboro carb. Let's see if it's the big one or the little one. Have the decomp hole plugged. $51.4. Right there, exactly as advertised. Bolts are straight across on the carb, so that means it's not the big RWJ, the X-Torque carb. Pull the fuel lines off. Shall we vent the tank first? Unbolt this carb right here. So HD 123 carb, which that's the old style 372. That's the non-X-Torque carb, slightly smaller than the X-Torques. But nothing wrong with those, they still work. Out of the way, pull this muffler off. So this showed up already modified. Tight. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty certain this 51.4 cylinder on these is the same one they used on the cutoff saws. Brought it to brought it right to 75 cc or so. I think they even made the 375 XP saw, XPW I think, as a factory big bore saw. I don't think there's many of those around. If somebody knows, leave a comment and let me know. Just as he said, pretty much new. Brand new top end, factory big bore. So the only other thing that we could do different be that RWJ carb. But some people have said they've had issues with them. Don't know if it's just the extra circuits in them or what. But this HD will do exactly what we need. What we got? An extra 1.4 millimeter bore size. Not sure why they went with that size. Hopefully we can get some pretty good gains out of this cylinder. And I have one of these for myself and that X-Torque 372. So we'll put the big boot, big carb, 51.4, so it'll be an all OEM, biggest of the big build. Hopefully we can make some good power out of it. There we go.
Best to leave. I'm trying to get the screw head from.
Just a little bit of pre-lube, if you will. Now, what's everybody think? Wish they still made these? I know a lot of people that do have them wish they could find pistons for them. But how many out there actually are running these? I'm super curious to know. Put that back. Maybe. Play nice. This is the factory limited coil. It should be around 13.3 to 13.5, right in that range. We'll know once we get on the dyno. But with the numbers that we used in this one, it should live plenty happy underneath that. Now it might want to tune right at the limiter, slightly above the limiter. But in the wood, you're never going to be above that, so not a problem. Okay, got all those tight. No. That's always a good habit to get into anyway, torquing things back down after you get a heat cycle or two on a fresh build. There, 387. Now, how many people run 8s on your 372s? I'd like to know if you're a 7-tooth or an 8-tooth fan. I guess it really depends on what bar size you're using, but leave a comment, let me know. Make sure that clips all the way in, otherwise it's no fun. Low top filter. Definitely a sharp looking saw. Let's see. We got that idea to put a little bit of grease around this edge just to help it seal up a little better. Got that on. Spark plug back in it. Be ready to fuel it up and test fire. There we go. Come on. Get these tools out of the way and we can fill it up. Move our handy dandy degree wheel. There we have it, 51.4 75 cc Jonsered 2166 2172. Pretty red saw, we'll go with that. So let's get it filled up. Alright, that's our 40-to-1 Dominator. That's what I like to run. Alright, got this all fueled up. And we'll make sure it fires off. Well, it has some compression now. Oh yeah. Well, oiler seems to work. Needs a little bit of fine tuning, but we'll do all that on the dyno. Alright, here's the results. 8.24 horse, 5.06 foot-pounds. Up from our 6.82, 4.73. And kind of like I mentioned, we went from a super flat broad power band. We narrowed it up a little bit. But if you look, we still got almost 4,000 RPM of power. That is where we started or greater. So this isn't a crazy narrow power band, but you can see super flat table-like, and we're starting to get a little bit of a peak to it. But 9,500 RPM is right about where the peak power is. Super convenient to cut at, easy to hold, good chain speed, good power, good torque. So overall I'm pretty happy. It's about 20% gain. And if we go from where a stock 5.5 horse or so 372 would be, that's an awful big jump up to this 8.2, which this is better than most of our ported 372s. So I'd say there's some merit to this 51.4 cylinder being an awfully good starting place. That's probably why they're so expensive. So if you have one of these 51.4s, let me know. And maybe we can do some testing to see how, maybe we'll do some testing, see how this 51.4 that I have of my own does versus the other big bores. Just bolt them on, see how they do. But these are the results. I said this one came in already muffler modded. We ported it, added a little more muffler, and these are the results we got. All right, thanks a lot, everyone.